How far? Holyfield. Where's my 50K? How on a day? I'm gonna say, oh, God, talk now. If I not talk, come lock me up. Come arrest me, say I not talk now. Weary. You can leave these beautiful beans where they cook for me with sauce. Then I can't begin to talk. Have you seen what happened with the police? No, what happened with the police? Holyfield. Better person. And my guy, pop my money gone, no. If not, today I no go talk. I know Kukuma did the mood to talk. Ah, no more. This is the sweetest beans in the world. Lade me. Lade me. Bring my coke from the fridge. Hmm? Oh yeah, talk now. You send me request. Then do you want some beans? Huh? You don't eat no burger for you. Hmm? Eat that, no. I've not finished. It's a cold drink. Cold Zobo. When you go people Zobo. See this person now. Send me requests.
Good evening.
Put on your lights now. You send me requests. You know, con day. It's not nice now.
I'm trying to. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my darling. How are you?
I'm fine.
Talk to me.
Okay.
What's making that noise in the background?
No, I think it's raining here.
Oh, okay. Ah.
So I actually saw this thing, the topic, like UK marriage don't cast. And also, I was like, for me, I'm not sure it's just UK. I think marriage everywhere.
For you, now marriage don't cast.
Like in total, marriage don't count. Yeah, that's the point. Like, I literally don't know why people are projecting it based on just UK of the thing.
Do you know why I said UK marriage don't cast? You see, what Nigerian women used to do to Nigerian men is, and I'm not holding forth for Nigerian men, no.
Okay.
Nobody say our men good, though. Hey. But you know what our women do?
Okay.
Our women will go abroad.
Okay.
Their men don't they cheat on them, they don't feel leave them for Nigeria, or their men they beat them, or shall normal man bad behavior. They now go abroad. One day they will not call police for the man. Before you know, and they don't send the man come back house.
So I feel like, personally, I think I have an opinion.
Go ahead.
When people talk about cheating and when women get to UK they change and more, I feel like it's just personality. It's not everyone, Because sincerely, you see this narrative of putting it outside. Like I've seen a lot of you that will be like, if I marry a Nigerian woman, I cannot take persons abroad. I cannot do this. I cannot. And I was like, why? Why do you have to judge your own life based on other people's experience? Why? Why does people have to judge their own life based on other people's experience? Because someone's marriage failed, does that mean that the other person's marriage is going to fail? Sincerely,
Well, see, statistics usually work in one way.
It's a friend of mine, based on this same topic.
Brume!
Like she was dating someone in UK. They got married, then of course after trying to do the whole of the processing before.
Lade, they check on me. Mumbaeja.
Let me go and check on me,
Ma saw the mama lo àwọn toxic trait obìnrin. Because I did not check on you. Mama Shiba, I'm listening to you, Jare, my sister.
So the guy.
Tons of beauty. How are you doing, my darling? Sorry, continue. Talk, my darling sister. I'm listening to you.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say, so I have a friend that just got married to someone in UK, and of course, both of them were doing well. But then at some point, when it's time for the guy to fight for her, he begins to like give attitude upon attitude, and then she kept asking him that, guy, what is going on? This was not our agreement. Like, this was not what we planned. So the guy said everything is okay. So, but then at any point in time, this guy always sent out like all these social media posts, like women in UK, this is what they did to their husband. This is Kidiko Ibako. So that my friend didn't actually take it serious, because she always tell him that, guy, this is not about these people. This is me and you. We've known ourselves to some extent. That's why we actually went ahead to do like this marriage of the deal. So to cut the long story short, the guy pulled out. So later when they asked him like what is going on, he said he's scared that he does not want what has happened to him in the first place to repeat itself. That's when that my friend realized that the guy has actually taken someone to UK. And after the person got to UK, the person just went somewhere else entirely. So, but for me, at his own end, I feel like he shouldn't have even married someone else when he know that it's not him. Like, he has not moved on from what has happened to him. Now, he has put someone else in the midst of something that person could not even think of.
Lade, how do you see the matter? How do you see the matter?
Anything that has to do with marriage, I don't have anything to do with.
Why, Lade?
I only called to check up on you. Me, I don't.
Lade, kilo de, Lade. Lade be calming down.
I don't know.
Why don't you want to talk about marriage, Lade?
Because I'm more interested in marriage. Anything that has to do with man and woman is none of my business.
Why?
Nothing. Now, I know anything marriage, me, I don't know. To be honest, I don't want to talk about it.
As in, explain to me why you don't want to talk about it.
Guys, anything like me, I only called to say hi.
I know, but you are going to talk today, whether you call to say hi or you call to say bye. You are going to have to talk. Because you know you are my sister. And you know I love you loads.
I don't want marriage. So
we know say you don't want marry, no be today. But this talk where we talk today, you will talk about marriage. Go on. I'm
This is
listening.
that she has already said it. I just feel those women that do go to UK and at the end of the day end up leaving their husband, they already have it in mind. Do you understand? Like, they did not go there because they love the man. They go there because they have other plans. And once they get to that place, they will try to like execute their plan. Because a woman that loves you, will not because she followed you to one place or because she found a better opportunity there or something. And now I me I see things. So me, I just feel those people just try that. Those people just wish to do their own thing. They just wish to be themselves because that is who they are. So
Mom
we
with
have
Cape,
we
my
still have
neighbor pied her husband this morning. Ha. Ma binu jare.
except the women that maybe their husband too, you know, men too, so men have their own fault in the whole thing. Maybe the men too, maybe the husband too they misbehave, they do that one safety. But husband will not do anything, with the woman just choose to do her thing. She don't get out for mine. And all those kind of women, God they quick punish them, but they know. So
Awesome. My other lady that just joined, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, dear. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm alive.
I can see.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. I don't know that I'm seeing first the topic. Is this something that happened on it, or it's just a general topic?
Just a general topic, nothing too serious.
And it says UK marriage don't cast.
Yes.
Why UK?
Because now UK gone now that they do the wickedness. Women go gather their friends together. All of them will come, they gossip their husband. Then they will come call police, say their husband beat them. Now so they will come send the husband come back Nigeria. So what the UK government can't do now? Be say, if you come as couple, if you want divorce now, go back your country, go divorce. Yep. You know, notice say they know they you know they say all the stories of women they call police for their husbands. You know, say Nigerian men don't stop to the cheat.
So I think the whole overseas thing now, it's becoming very notorious, not just today, with this whole marriage things and the issues people are facing, because it's better the system is now taking this type of actions, because people are starting to abuse the system, not today. So the system has been abused a lot, most especially the advantages that one of the genders, which is women, have over men. So the system made it easier for women and children, knowing that they can be vulnerable people. They've abused the system to the fact that these people are now conscious of what is going on. So that's why they are making some of these rules and everything. For me, I feel it's really hard for you to determine how people react, whether they really love you or not. But it's also possible that you are actually in a relationship, a long distance relationship, and the person really loves you. But the problem is with overseas, when they come to overseas, because the same problem people are facing in overseas, they do face them in Africa. But because of the system we have in Africa, you just don't get up and take some actions. Families are involved, the police or other people will not just listen to you or all of those things. So they didn't have the rules so much to protect or to give you all of the rights you might need. So when they come to this part of the world, the same issues they will have in Africa, they will still have them here. But because the system makes room for them and reminds them of the advantages that they have, that's why they end up reacting the way they do compared to when they're in Africa.
Not necessarily like if these same platforms and foundation are placed in Africa, people still react the same way. So it's not about like when you marry someone from Africa, that means they have a plan. It's possible that it's out of love, it's not a plan. It's also possible it's a plan. But the system creates room in this part of the world for you to do what you do compared to Africa. Who will tolerate you most of the things? Like here, even in cheating is a problem. So if you go and make a report on someone cheating and all of those things, mostly they do listen to it. And if they really found out that you are cheating and you're going for divorce, you can lose a lot. The victim will make a lot from you. Go to let your husband or cheat in Africa. Take them to the police. Where are you going to explain? Is it the social welfare or where? There's not even too much room for you to even take up this explanation because they will ask you, is he taking care of you or what? It's mostly when women cheat or all of those things that they will really bash you and all. But the system over here creates rooms for them. That's why. So the system is spoiling them and tolerating most of the things that happen. So that's why when people come here, they have this issue of taking men to the police and all. So I'm happy that the law is trying to make it, if you marry in Africa, go divorce in Africa. If you marry it, fine, you can do the divorce here. That's a great thing because people are not abusing the rule, the law that's to the fact that people who really are victims now don't even enjoy or seem to be a victim because other people have abused the law so much. So for me, I'm happy that they had to put those rules. But it comes both ways. It's not just women. Even there are men who women have actually taken them through a lot to take them overseas. And when they come over here, we know the way they react. So it's both ways, but it's because of the system that is making these things notorious compared to Africa.
I'm enjoying all of you. So I don't want, but I need another perspective. I need Mom with Cape to join live. Who is going to go down? Lade Olom Abaeja. If you go down and I look for you to bring you back and you are not there. Shotigbo. Oh yeah. Go down, but I'll bring you back, oh, and I'll chat you up. I don't like the way you are looking. Oh yeah. How old are you, my sister? With the curly hair.
I'm over 30.
Tell me your real age now.
Which one? Me 30.
Okay, my other sister, where there is no NEPA. How old are you? You are what?
32.
Oh, you don't look it. I thought you were like, so it's only Lade that is even Gen Z. I was even happy with myself. I see as I gather Gen Z people.
I'm not Gen Z. I'm millennial.
Millennial. Me, I don't old. Mom with Cape. Dele Olorin. Oju Olakpe. Delia. Today, house full. Waiting happen. See as house just full anyhow. And I don't even get mine to come live. I was having a very funny day. I was just not in a good mood.
Dear.
Yeah?
There's a background noise. Is it me? There's a background
noise. I think it's the lady where there is rain. So mute. Only on mute where you want to talk. The lady with the blue strap.
Okay.
Mute. But when you want to talk, on mute. All right. Background noise gone. You said your neighbor don't buy her husband. Kilo shele.
This morning I woke up and I was even going about my business, take care of the kids for school.
Minding your business like you ever mind your business. Why should be any jeje? Iwo oju kiti lorúkọ ẹ Olúwa Iwo minding my business.
I was minding my business so.
Pé wọ́n kọ́ ló fún bullet tó fi sínú ìbọn fi pọkọ ẹ̀ mi believe.
You know, me, I just came into this neighborhood, which we moved last summer. I don't know if I told you I moved. So I really don't know what's going on these streets, right? Because it's a new neighborhood. So it's another friend of mine that lives at the back of my street and now gave me the down low. So this morning, the kids went to school. I didn't drop them off. Went to drop off the bus, and all the blinds were still down. All of a sudden, my husband came and he said, there are cops outside. I said, which cops? We're down the street. About 5 police cars. I said, what's going on? This is unlike, like everybody over here, quiet neighborhood, you know. You can't even hear anything. Next thing, SWAT team. Eh? What's going on here? And every time I see SWAT, obviously, that means it's a crime scene. Next thing, we saw EMS with the ambulance.
You saw
What's
EFCC.
going on here? Ambulance.
Well, why EFCC long bound on bay?
Yeah, that's how I'm like, what's going on? That's all pass around there. They come out, this one down. Started yelling all those, as you see it on that action film. Eh?
Come out with your hands up.
And I have to call my neighbor on the other street at the back so that I can see the back view. I can see the front view. You know, he now told me, he said, it's not the first time now that police always comes to that house, that the wife always beats the husband. They're not Nigerians, though. That the wife always beats the husband, and they come numerous, and they're Spanish or whatever, but allow of funny one, they're not to do. So that the wife always beats the husband. So me and my husband were still even laughing this morning, why beating husband? That kind of a thing. I said, well, this is not funny, no. The moment SWAT entered the matter, that means no be shere or DF. They were there for hours upon hours. And he turned out the TV. You know, they were there for hours upon hours. What's going next thing, no? What about Boko Jadi? Yes. So, meaning that one of them, we don't know if it's the husband that has spied the wife or the wife spied the husband, but it just broke my heart that why does it 5 a.m. Meanwhile, the one at the back, my friend at the back, my neighbor at the back, that can see the back, we said it's been since 5 a.m. I didn't get to know till about 7ish or 8. At 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. that husbands are knocking their wife in the bed before they go and start their day. Whatever they did to each other. Because it wasn't funny. SWAT team entered, they came in with cameras, obviously, and they were there for long hours. You know what that means? Maybe they're taking pictures of evidences to gather in court. It's just sad. Now, back to the topic for today. We all need to patient one another. There is no point for all this fighting. Ilu is not heaven.
Ilu is not heaven, no.
Ola. It's not heaven. Men get to oversee, they misbehave. Women get that they misbehave. I just saw that story on TikTok, on streets of TikTok today when I just jumped on about a guy that the wife has shown shege in this Canada. Like it is everywhere. Man, calm down. Woman, calm down. Let everybody calm down for Jesus. If it is not working
for Yahushua, Jesus is part of the problem.
Sorry, DF.
You know I love you.
Not working. Let everybody go their separate ways. Okay, look at this family now. They now open the garage and I saw bicycles. Now, for you, the house, those to show that people can live in the house. It's okay if you as an adult want to spoil your own life. Spoil your own life. Go on to spoil your own life. In addition to this whole thing. Like it was just a mess on our streets since morning. So that's the gist. I said, let me come and give you a DF. That's really
The funny thing is mostly like say like I just said, it's the system. The system is giving a lot of things that causes people to do this. But mostly what shocks me the most is sometimes you're shocked the way black people, like us, black people behave, most especially those of us who grew up in Africa. Once they get to this part of the world, they change entirely. They forget their morals, they forget their cultures, even the kids that they have, they grow them like Oyibo people. You come to an African home. I have been here severally, and I always say, my kids, when I have kids with me here, they have chores and they have other things that they do, and they also help the elders one. But then you get to see, you go to some African homes, even their kids, they only wash their own dish. A child cannot wash a dish for uncle, for auntie. And they said it's only an individual, like you do it by just the child. That's not their responsibility. For them, they see that as slavery, abuse, or against the law. But it's so shocking that people who grew up in Africa, who have been trained in our own culture, moves away from our culture and adapt some other culture that is not theirs. And once they go into it, it's just like when somebody is really, really poor. If you check a very poor person, somebody coming from a very poor background, then somebody coming from an average home. When these two people become rich, there are difference. They will have the same type of money, but the poor person and the average person will react differently. The average person maybe is used to seeing something, but when poor man become rich, you will know. You will know most of them will overreact because they are not used to it, and everything that they have been dreaming as a child, they want to do it so desperately. So it's easy for them to get into trouble, or it's easy for them to run out of money because they come up with things that are not even necessary. So most of the time when these people come over to these places, they forget their values. You will sit with an husband and a wife. I have been severally, even before coming to UK, I used to, when I traveled, I come to friends' homes and family home. And you will go to the houses and you will notice that the husbands have their own duties and the wives also have their own duties, like chores in the house. And because the husbands also, most of them, because of the job, or some of them, most of them, the wives are really working more than them, earning more than them, and doing so much in the house. They've also followed this system wherein they push women to like have equal bills and other things. And some of these times, yes, it's good to have all of these equal bills and all. But if you want to embody or want to enjoy privileges of an African man, you also have to talk and work and do some things like an African person to also earn those values and respect. When they come over here, you go to the house and you see the husband is washing dishes. The husband is doing this. They have these chores and they share them. Most of the time when I go to these houses, if I see a man wants to go touch a dish, I'll go touch it. I'll go take it from them. I've been in homes where I've have friends or family member like, oh, stop doing that because now when you leave, you want me to do it. I don't want to be involved or speak on those issues, but it hurts me. Because seeing kids growing up in such homes, once they become adults, when they get into another marriage, they are going to react the same way. And for me, tradition doesn't speak like that. There are things that a man does and there are things that women does. But most of the time when our sisters or brothers move to this part of the world, they lose their cultures and values and they take the Oyibo system. And if now they are the one creating more chaos, these attacks and other things. It's DF, when have you had like a African before just by themselves because of anger, because of depression? It's not common, but now they are doing it. They are doing it in this part because the values and cultures have been lost and they train these kids, they don't train them with these things. And when they grow up, even a little depression can finish them. It can finish them. So I think most of the issues they face in these homes are because of the cultures and values have been lost. And that's why we are facing what we face.
No more. That's wild.
Yeah, so let me just quickly give my submission because I need to go.
All right, my darling.
You've spoken well, my sister. But I haven't said all of this, you know. One thing I always, because I have friends right now going through one or two as well in their marriages, and they always tell them, whatever you do, don't call the cops. I do not like that calling of police on your spouse. I don't like it. I don't buy the idea. It's better you guys, you look for a way to separate yourself from him, or if the guy looks for a way to separate yourself from the woman. But that calling of police on one another, I do not like it. I don't buy the idea. It is not a thing. It's not cultural for us to do. So in whatever way you have to do it, because even if the man is wrong, the moment they hear back at home that she has called police for him, you are going to be wrong in the eyes of everyone. So I never buy the idea. I have a friend right now, she's considering separation. I'm like, you know what? I know it might cost you a lot. I know you have been paying the mortgage, but if you have to go out with your kids to go manage one bedroom, squeeze yourself in that one bedroom, you know, do it. But don't call the cops on him because you want to let him out of the house. And just to also add to this, let everybody calm down. You know, Uflasi is not heaven. We're all here to come and give ourselves and our children a better life. Let us all calm down. You know, I can do this as a woman. Oh, you can't do this as a man. Calm down. You know, past this.
These are broad. Network. Eunice, you are saying it's bad advice. Let's hear from you.
People are saying that, for instance, if somebody is abusive and all, abuse, definitely I would say I won't tolerate or support someone to be abusive. But what she's trying to say is, before you people get down to that route, like it's becoming very, very notorious, then separate simple and easily because of the kids. Because immediately you call out a cop for an abusive relationship, one person is going down. And that's also going to affect the kids mentally in terms of their growth and all. And that many of our families or parents also in Africa that are actually locked up. And we do have abusive things ongoing in those parts. What she's trying to say, separate because of the kids and don't involve the police, because it's going to take one time. If we all going to say, oh, we are going to go by the rule overseas, every other thing apply, then it's a good thing. But one thing I always say, don't forget where you're from. Don't forget your culture, don't forget your background. So if you're going to apply all of those things, fine, you can apply them. Then just be prepared to have some kids that will treat you and you. So when you get old, they'll just take you, go leave you in a home. And now you want them to start taking care of you and doing everything for you. But you yourself have taken them to that path. So when you're done, they go put you in the home, where every kids don't even go there to check on you. That's something that you won't want. So when you're doing these things at a young age, just know that these things have repercussion if you have kids. Because they are going to grow up
and they are going to come back and bite you.
And they are going to come back for you. They are going to come back for you, and you start sitting out there. Do you know how much it costs now to go to this hospital? That you've noticed that US, like the president is taking away all this Medicaid and every other thing. The cost to pay staying in those places is miserable. And now some people are even running from those bills. They want to go back to Africa. And you've not even set some relationship with people in Africa, and then you want to come there for them to take care of you. It's going to be hard on you. And these are the regrets that you will live on with when you're old. And you can't change it anymore, because you've grown adults who, when they were kids, when you have chance to train them well, you've decided to use the Oyibo system. And the Oyibo system takes their parents to these places. So you have to live with that as well. And you don't even have those resources to keep you there. So we also have to be mindful. When you come here and you want to fall into the system and let the system go into your head that you have these privileges, you come back when you are in your 60, 70, 80, and you look back and know you've done wrong to yourself. So for me, I will say both people, as a man, when you come, don't be too dependent or reliant on a woman. You want to embody an African system. Come into the system, work hard also, and try to be the man in the home. So you can also earn all of the respect. However, if you work hard and you can still provide, but you don't have sufficient resources to provide, and the woman can help, that's normal. It does happen in Africa. No? Just because your husband cannot provide this amount doesn't mean he's less of a man. Check if he's really trying hard to contribute. So there are so many things that we've done on this end, ADF, that I think is causing problems for us. And the system is doing it on purpose because it pays them. It pays them in the system. Everything you pay for this insurance, you pay for these things, everything they give back to you, they've actually received it from you. So they create it for you. It's a business. So if you get carried away with it, you're going to endanger your home, your life, or your kids, or your future to have peace. So it's the system, BF, that causes these problems.
Hey, very, very well said. Very, very well said. Lade, I put mouth. That's it.
I don't have anything to say.
Lade, you are always so full of life. What is happening? What is going on? Why are you down like this?
You seem like as if Lade, did you collect breakfast? Because the way you are shaking your head from right to left, is somebody who don't collect breakfast. Did you collect breakfast? Because you are like,
Talk to us, Lade Kilo Shele. Ololade mi Ashake, don't be angry. I've been so busy. Kilo de Lade Soro, Kilo de.
It's fine. I've been busy too because I went to write my professional.
Somebody said Lade is broke.
WhatsApp.
Okay, chat me. Oh yeah, come and chat me. Oh yeah. I don't like the way you are looking. You don't look like this. You are normally very chatty. Once Lade comes, Lade is the life of the life of the live. They will come with one of those her stories about Ayo and Abi Ayo don't give you belly. Lade. Mo down Ayo ti fún Lade lóyún.
Ayo day.
And I no suspect. Yeah. Wọ́n ti gbé ẹran ṣọ́ọ̀kì ni o.
Ayo day house now. We are cool.
You carry belle abi you no get belle? You get belle abi no belle or no belle?
Belle ke. She be not person be say do bad thing. So I just bring father.
Oh yeah, chat me in WhatsApp, Lade.
yeah.
My person will do bad thing. I go get belle now. I don't get belle.
Okay, Lade, come and chat me on WhatsApp.
I'll chat you, but that will be like you have to give me 1 hour. I need to talk to somebody.
Who is the person?
The person that just called.
Who is the person?
My godfather.
Oh yeah, go and talk to him. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, my darling, go ahead.
There is a matter that I was asking that I've not seen you speak about.
What matter is that?
Marriage issue that was posting all around that woman has come live quite recently, but you did not speak on. You don't want us to speak on that issue.
What issue is that?
The church issues. You don't want us to speak on it.
No.
You want to skip it.
I want to skip it. I don't want Wala. Let's leave it. Let's leave all those ones.
We'll leave it. We'll skip it.
Yes.
But I want to ask you a question. Would you, if you were living, would you marry a woman from back home and bring them here?
Unless it's this my wife with me with time, don't they come? No. Normal. No. She has to be someone that I know and I trust and we are working. Normal abroad will scatter the dynamics of your marriage. It go scatter a good marriage, the dynamics go scatter. Let alone a bad marriage.
Do you believe in the African culture of growing our kids?
Growing our kids how?
Like, do you believe growing kids in our culture, or mix of both cultures?
Let me give you an example. I raise my children with basic African culture. We are all eating. The junior one cannot take meat before the senior one. Little things like that. Baby Freeze knows that he cannot just, because when we dey chop, now in body they pepper am. You understand? In body go dey pepper. One pick meat. You say no.
So that just speaks volume. So the topic you are just picking on, that just speaks volume. So there are still people who still wants to be in our culture and all. So I think like I've just said, it still relies on people losing themselves when they come over here. For me, I don't feel over here it should not go into your head that much. And most of the time, do you know that dear, most people that are actually average people here or who have access to resources don't behave like the ones who doesn't have. Some of them, most times they are even more models than calm than the ones that are really struggling. Maybe it's from the work, the stress and all, they can be bitter sometimes compared to those that they even think they are trying to embody. Some of them, like in UK here, you will see, if you go to most of these homes, really in these average homes, to the white people, most times they have humble way of behaving than us who came over to visit them. So I think we are just losing our culture and carrying cultures that is not ours. Most of the things we carry now has nothing to do with our culture. Nothing to do with our culture. We've just carried someone else's culture and we don't know how to use it. We don't understand how to use it. So we abuse it. Because when you carry culture that you don't know, then you start abusing it. That's why they take advantage of the system so much. Because you have so many of the white people here who actually stay in marriages for a long time. But we have so many black people who mostly just breaks up like within a seconds and all. And all of that lasts to people forgetting themselves and where they come from. And then the system is creating room for them because the system is being paid to do so. You pay for everything they give back to you. So if you want to abuse the system, definitely you will have it because you're paying your taxes. But for me, I just say there are certain rules that I have in my home with my kids and all. No matter how I feel the education or anything that I feel I can have, I know how my mom treated my dad. And my parent doesn't even tolerate me. I have families today. DF, that's why one of these days when your daughter was sitting, when I was speaking and I referred that, because our small sister is sitting here, and you said, she's 22 and all. Do you know to this date, I have kids. My oldest daughter is 11. My sister, my siblings, the elders, I don't speak much about my relationship depth. We don't speak about knacking. There are certain things we didn't even discuss it. Because of the way we grew up, we had this power distance in the home wherein you don't discuss. Now the kids have platform to discuss these things, but before we didn't have these opportunities. Before I can sit with my siblings when they are speaking on things like that, and I'm sitting among them. They will finish me. So all of those things, because of those fear, and you don't just look into their eyes when you're communicating and all of this thing. Now I have the right to do so, but because of how we grew up, I still have this volume of respect. If I'm angry sometimes with my elder sister, like the one that the one that came after, if I'm angry with her, sometimes I will tell her respectfully. But the one that is far much older than me, when I'm angry, I speak mostly through my mom. That's just part of how we grew up. Like I don't want to confront them, talk to them directly, and then she's angry with me, and then it turns out to something because they are your elders. But because of this culture, I think this culture is still working well for me, and I'm passing them on to my kids. But now, most of the privileges we have with kids and all of those things is also becoming a problem. For me, to this date, as an adult, my siblings knows that I do knack. They know that she's married. She does all of these things. But I still don't speak about it with them. And there are some issues that happens in my home. I can't speak to it. I can't speak about it directly to my mom or this because there are things that we didn't talk about before. So I will hold it and speak to some elderly person else who are more close to, who protect or watch over my life. But you can't just speak to them. So these values are still in me, and I'll pass it on to my kids, regardless of where they are. Regardless of where they are, I will still pass it on to my kids. But we do forget our culture. That's where our problems are. and now we are training kids that they are now more of technology things, and sometimes the kids even learn the things on technology. So some of the habits that they have are basically learned from things that they see on the internet. So people that come over here that abuse and do all of these things, break their home easily and all things that they wouldn't do when they were back home, and they will do it here, is because the system has just gone into their heads. If not, for me, I think I'm not going to change my culture regardless of where I'm at. I'm not changing my culture for anybody, because this culture gives me peace of mind. The white person, the only thing they can do for me is to separate us, take one person maybe to prison if there's an abuse and all those things, and then they are not really going to give me the peace of mind that I want. Then I go back, start another life and all. I'm not going to go through that. So I think culture, we should carry these cultures, but once we move from Africa, people just disappear and change as if they learned nothing from back home. And you come into their homes, you'll be shocked to see what they do, what their kids do, and all of those things. And they say our cultures are very bad. Our cultures are not the best cultures and all those things. But one thing you should also know is that as much as you say our cultures, we are trying to have some cultures that are not correct and all of those things, just know that whatever thing that you want to practice from Oyibo is also their own culture. So when you shoot yourself on the leg, you also have to know that someone else is practicing their own culture and you're trying to grab it. And once you grab it, you don't know the foundation of those cultures, they mess you up. So that's what I think. And it seems like the comment section also feels that culture should be maintained. So if you're marrying a woman or a man from Africa, just try to know that, bring someone that understands. If they come and they change, you have the chance to.
But don't you think a lot of people are saying our cultures are very hard on women? Don't you think that is something that, yes. I know that you are busy.
No, I was busy. I'm okay now.
Oh yeah, so go ahead. You were the one that made that statement. Our cultures are too hard on women.
Too harsh. Too harsh on women, my sister. And I think that's what has now made a lot of women, come over here and start misbehaving, which I do not agree to. Also, coupled with the fact that most of these men, they have wronged the women in the past in Nigeria, and women were very good at forgiving but not forgetting. It's very hard if you put 10 women down, if you find one that does not want to, what's the English word now? That does not want to pay back out of 10, maybe only 2.
Only 2 new.
They see that age that's forgiving you, Just try and tickle their fancy. Try and do something that you have done in the past again. Replay it. The moment you push them to the wall, they will bite you up to your bone. And I think that's what's happening right now. Okay, I have a case right now that I'm dealing with. I won't give too much content. I don't know if the person is going to watch later. But it's a case of this girl has stood beside this man in Nigeria, even when he lost his job. Marriage of almost 20 years. There was a time her husband was, doing all sorts of rubbish when he lost his job. She was still there. You know the kind of embarrassment this girl was going through. Coming from work and your neighbors telling you your husband's ordeal since when he left for work at 6 a.m. Telling you which girl he picked on the streets today. He wasn't even doing night class girls. He was doing, the girls that are selling bread down the street. And
but which one be neighbors to come go they talk? Can't neighbors keep quiet?
Level now, normal level. Nigeria then go talk their own. Because obviously maybe the wife too has been nice to one or two people on the street, and they're the ones updating this girl. So they will update her. and they will tell her one or two, this is what your husband was up to, da 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 da. She didn't give up on this on her husband. When she was doing Canada, she brought this man here. Would you believe that this man got here? Now they're about to renew their papers. The man came as a student, postgraduate. They're about to renew their papers. You know that this man renewed his own paper, he did not renew the wife's own. And according to the wife, when they were coming to this country, she's the one that did, out of all the millions they spent, if this guy puts money in, maybe just 100,000 naira, according to her. It's one case that I've been dealing with up to this weekend, up to today. So, then, and I'm trying to settle them, trying to talk to the wife, because she says she's done, she wants to just pull out of the old application, da 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 da. And everything she's been talking about are the things that this man has done to her in Nigeria. Not none of these things going on. If you tell the girl to talk now, she'll talk 3 hours on the things this man has done. So don't forget, men, your trajectory or whatever you've been doing in your marriage from beginning to the end. The moment you bring this woman here, it's best for you to just behave yourself and try not to repeat the narrative you have brought from home. The moment you start repeating it, maybe it's money financial wise, you don't want to drop money like you used to do at home, they will start misbehaving. Not necessarily cheating on you, but they will start throwing tantrums. That I think that is where I'm coming from. Then back to tradition. Tradition is very, very hard on women. It's really hard on our women. Our mothers took it, but you see these days, social media women, we're not going to take it, or we're not going to have it. So that's why I'm going to put my own full stop on this matter. My brother, you're welcome.
Yes,
Holyfield.
Evening. Evening, everyone.
Fantastic evening to you, Holyfield.
No, it's a bit late here, so I'm almost 2 o'clock.
Mauritius, Abi.
Yes.
Pop my money gun, guys, if you're watching on TikTok. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say, yeah, tradition is something that if it's not from the heart, if it's not from love, if it's not from a place of understanding, yeah, it will fade away. You know, when people think they have some kind of ethics and they have some kind of a standard, but then it gets challenged. It all depends on where it comes from. So I think when people go abroad, then those things come out eventually, and they spread. But yeah, I'd say the African tradition, yeah, it's quite hard on the woman. But yeah, the African tradition is not Christianity, right? It's not patriarchy. It's a false form of it. You know, it's a terrible example of what true patriarchy is. So yeah, I would agree with that. But yeah, just with that caveat.
When we speak on our culture, every culture has a good and they also have a bad part. So we also have to know that even the cultures we are adapting from these ends, they also have a bad part in their cultures, okay? When, for example, when the queen died, we saw securities or the kids, the grandkids were standing there and people were fainting. They even went to the point that when she died, they did not take her directly. They went and put her somewhere. They said she has to wait for the husband to buy for them to take them to their final destination. Those are our cultures. Okay?
Yeah.
So when we want
Those
to
are quite
grab
problematic.
when we want to grab people's culture, we should also know that they are holding on to their true self, maintaining these rules, maintaining this culture so their kids can see and take over it. When an African leaves their culture, they want to leave everything. Everything is worse. Everything is bad.
True.
The only reason why we are here understanding about other people's culture is because the world is becoming a global village. How many times did we see things that were happening overseas before when we didn't have phones or internet? And people were still living peacefully in our homes. Okay, we still grew up there. Yes, the tradition is harsh on women and children. That's true. There are parts also in those traditions that are very good.
Yeah.
If you follow them, you would love them.
The source, right?
Okay, so every culture, people standing close to a quiet person, standing under the sun, protecting a quiet person because of tradition until they are passing out. Would you say that those are not human? But it's also their tradition, and they'll grab you passing out and replace another person to go stand there. So we also have to know that when we are pointing fingers at everything about our culture, we want it to be revamped on this. Take the good part of it. We are being exposed now. Still train your kids. There are still ways to train your kids. Maybe not the way we were trained, but there are still good things in that culture that help these kids to behave well. Now you can see some kids out there in the public, the way they behave, you will be shocked. Some kids talk back at their parents, talk back at their elders, and they go into deep arguments. And it's very, very serious. And when you see some of these things, even yourself, you won't like it. Yeah. Sitting here to this date, I can't even argue with my older sister. I can speak. I can be angry and speak. But it will get to a point when I'll just keep quiet. So that doesn't mean that I was treated like a slave or I got all the harsh parts of it. Of course, there are some things that are harsh, blah, blah, blah in it. But we still have a very good and rich culture. We do.
Yeah, I agree. Even though I think that, with the whole respect thing, it's very, very good, and obviously it's what keeps society together, because if you do not respect your elders, right, you would make a lot of mistakes. Because one of the reasons why you have to look up to elders is because they can easily tell you where you're going to make a mistake because they've been there before. So most people who don't listen to elders, they make a lot of mistakes. I've had some personal experience with that as well. So you have a lot of ruined lives, a lot of wayward living, a lot of avoidable mistakes you see them making. But then, too much respect in itself is part of the issue with Nigeria. I think we respect too many people who are quite horrible. And then just because they're older than you, you just have to respect them because that's the culture. There's never, some people, just because of their age, they never get reproved, they never get correction. They just always get a pass. And for me, that's where I draw the line. Because if because you are respecting someone, then whatever the person does is right, then that's no longer respect. That's almost like worship to some extent. So I think that's the problem. That's the problem with that culture of, so much respect. Yeah. Because then those guys are just old, just do whatever they want.
Which is very, very reasonable. What you said is very reasonable. Where do you draw the line? Where does respect end?
It doesn't end. You just draw the line and be moderate. And it doesn't we are not going to be like, okay, now it's time for me to disrespect you. No, we still don't get to that. It's just how to manage the situation, which is also part of a good upbringing. How do you manage the situation? How do you still respect people but know that I'm not going to adapt what you are sending or the signal you're trying to give? It's still a way. I think for me, I would still say Africa has one of the richest and most beautiful culture. I will tell you that for fact. In fact, we have some culture that when you look back on things that have happened, you will even laugh. Now we have comedians, when they joke about what, it's just the same in Nigeria. My mom used to leave the house, which is very common in all African people, which really shows that if not that the white people has brought in, segregated us with French, English, this, and make all of these borders, we are actually the same people. Because we have so much similarities. I still have my mom leaving the house and tells me, you guys, before when we were growing up, our mom leaving the house, she would tell us that don't do anything in the house. In fact, don't do the chores. I want you guys not to do. In fact, when I guys playing, have fun. But indirectly, she's telling you that the things that I have left for you to do, if you don't
If
do
you
them,
like,
you're
don't do them.
you are finished. But she will tell you that, like, have fun. In fact, she will tell us that the meat and the food in the pot, eat it. Eat all the meat. Pick all the meat. She will tell you, pick all the meat. Eat. Enjoy yourself, oh. Then she will go. But the moment she gives us that signal, in fact, what we do is that we want to do the chores quickly so we'll have time to play. So even our friends sometimes will come in to help us. If you know the chores is so big and you want to play with us, let's finish doing it because I don't want to get into trouble. Yeah. These are things now I will sit and look at them and laugh and look at some of our kids sometimes. We don't treat them like that. And you'll be leaving the house, they are on the phone like this. You are even telling them, I'm going, bye, mommy. I'm going, bye, mommy. My mom, I'm going, bye, mommy. When I should be holding the bag, we go down to the junction for her to go get a car or something. I will be sitting like, so these are things that we think, we say, okay, they are harsh, but sometimes when you look at them, it's really, really fun. And it's some of the way that helps us to behave the way we are behaving today.
Yeah, true. To a large extent, yes.
Yes, so for me, I still think it's a very, very rich culture that we had. We used to be in the house sometimes, like, if one of the kids does the harsh part of it that you speak of, if one of the kids does something wrong and they are beating up that child, or they are caning that child, they will now cane us who did not do it. Like, just in case we intend to do it. So when someone is causing a problem, it's a collective meeting to tell you not to do it, because they are not only going to torture you, they are torturing us. In fact, sometimes they will torture us for the future, knowing that we'll do. Like, somebody will climb up on the chair. When they are torturing them, they come, because when you also do it, you to come here, you did not do it. But they will just join you on things that you did not do. These are the harsh parts, the most painful part, that you take things that are really, but some of those things sometimes, they are not culture. Because that is not culture. That is just some funny way of training kids. That's not what we call culture. Culture are traditions that we move in line with, which can be part of an historic moment that anybody can. Some of these things that they do, these other parts, that these harsh things that they can all of it together, it's nowhere in the culture that you should do it together. Some people don't do it. So for me, I think these are things that we just grab and attach to our rich culture. But our rich culture of going into home where elders are and then you bow down and greet them, that's culture. So we are missing out some things. Though I know there are some harsh parts in culture where they tell you, like, a woman should be humble, stay humble all throughout regardless. That's actually in our culture, which by now I think with the exposure, some people are trying to manage and change them. We actually see some homes where there are some things that are happening that our mom did not benefit from. So I just believe people, but regardless of revamping it, don't forget your culture and don't rule it out entirely. Because when you grab someone else's culture, you won't understand how to use it.
Yeah. True. I mean, most of the Western culture that is being eroded right now in places like the UK and the US, we're actually built on Christian values. When you kind of like balance it out, you see that, okay, even in Nigeria, we are quite religious, and it's based on that religiosity, that belief in a God and belief in a higher power, morality, and all those things. That's what eventually pushes us towards having such a culture. So then when you take out the God element of it, then you have a breakdown. It's what has led to the kind of breakdown of culture that you have abroad. whereby there's no morality. Everyone just does what he wants. Everything is right, so far as there's consent, you know, everything just falls apart. And similarly, in a very similar way, it's kind of happening in Nigeria as well. There's that breakdown of the culture. I mean, we don't even know our history anymore. I mean, you hear the funniest thing, and lots of people say a lot of crazy things. It's just quite unfortunate. But yeah, DF, we've not heard from you for a while. You seem quite...
I'm listening to you guys. I'm just dealing with a lot. Family stress here and there. You know, you understand. I'm so sorry. Let me just bring daily. Sometimes I wish I can just put black in my own, so that people can be talking without me having to be there. I know it's unprofessional and all.
But yeah, I think, have you heard of what's happening in SA?
Sorry, say that again.
Have you heard of what's happening in South Africa?
I don't want to talk about it, but it's worrying. The last time it ended in a riot.
Yeah.
Last time it ended in a
I mean,
riot.
for me, what struck me was the kids, you know.
What really? What's the story? If you can code the narrative a bit, what's the story?
I think it's just the regular xenophobia, you know.
You know my problem. That's why I've not been to South Africa since. I've not been to South Africa since 2013. I was in South Africa recently. Maybe 2013, 14. At best. Okay. I won an award in California. So I was in America in 2014. When I came back, the after party of that award was in South Africa. That was my last time in SA. So I think in 2014, I was in South Africa. I love South Africa. I love Cape Town. Destination for destination, Cape Town is one of my best destinations in the whole world.
Yeah, I've only passed through, never visited. I mean,
I prefer Cape Town to America. I
Yeah,
prefer Cape
Mauritius.
Town to maybe after London and Dubai. My next place I like is Cape Town. South Africa is so beautiful, but the people are not. The people. Now I get problem with. They direct the anger they should direct at their colonial masters to us. You see, Nigerian men will go to a country. We are used to spending money on women. This 50-50 thing now acquired taste for Nigerian man. So Nigerian people go to a country and do not understand why you cannot buy drink for your woman. As in, I was in South Africa once when I was much younger. I bought a girl a drink in the club. This girl followed me to my hotel room. Stayed the night.
Serious.
The only reason why I no touch am be say I dey fear say South Africa get HIV. She was there with me. She didn't take 1 naira from me. She just could not believe that a man. This was before Nigerians really started going there and showing themselves. Why? Why would I buy her a drink? She let me play with her, do anything I wanted to do, but we shall not do.
That's very
Then we're
interesting.
watching TV. Then I slept off. I know she was on the bed. I was on the couch. I slept off. She also slept off. Then I woke up. I saw it was daylight. Then she got up and left. Did not ask me for anything. So I can understand that in some cultures it is difficult for people to Nigerians too can be very domineering.
Yeah, that's that's the thing. You know, when I
You see,
think
we
about
need
it,
to
yeah,
have, there are
even when I
many
think about-
conversations we need to have. You see, there's something I learned. If there's nothing wrong about the side you picked, you are mentally ill. If you look at the other side, like for instance, me now, imagine I look at Christianity, Pentecostalism, as much as I see it full of nonsense, I must still be able to see one or two things that are still good inside it. And my own side, I'm standing against them. I must still see some of the flaws in my own side. If not, I have a mental problem. Because only mental problem will make you see that you are 100% correct. Do you understand? We Nigerians have a way of domineering anywhere we go, and it is not always good. It is not always good. Sometimes we have to know that this is not our country. Yes, in this particular instance, these people are lazy and when I don't come, when I don't build house, we big pass their own, I don't they collect their babes. You understand what I'm saying? But you also have to factor it into consideration that they are also human beings.
Yeah, but I personally just feel like could be that seems so trivial to me. Like, cause even when I look at Mauritius, right, we keep having issues with people trying to smuggle stuff and all those.
Have you forgotten that guy that was on my page?
Come again?
That guy that was on my page. They said that Igbo is smuggle enter Mauritius. You don't forget that story.
Like, yeah, I remember. You know, it's like I always wonder what are the Nigerians there doing. It's like it's a bit strange to me that if it's just about the ladies and stuff like that, because it's just very strange. But at the same time, they shouldn't be killing people. That doesn't make sense as well, because then they have a justice system. So even if it's about illegals, they should crack down on the illegals. They shouldn't be killing people. So that's just the thing. But I know Nigerians, we always overdo.
I looked at their president's. I look at the president's speech that he was saying, and he's focused more on illegality, people coming in illegal, or people not obeying the laws and their illegal laws. And for me, when I watched his entire speech, it didn't destabilize the situation for me, and that's sad.
Yeah, he didn't seem to
as much as I
killings.
know that people go into countries doing illegal things, people go into countries not obeying some laws, but there are people who are trained to enforce those laws. It's not the entire civilian that should be in the position of enforcing the law, because by so doing,
see, let me tell you something.
They are also abusing the laws and they are abusing human rights. So if a police who is responsible, and there are rules, if somebody does illegal things, there are people responsible to enforce the law. But someone who is not trained to do so, taking the law in their hands, and you as a president should have condemned that openly, because that medium was a wrong medium. And we should look at, as much as I believe and I know that Nigerians, they can do too much sometimes, but let's just be realistic. The way South Africa are taking this thing has started not just this year. They have done so much, and we've seen people living in hospitals who goes there to seek medical to get themselves feel better. They get into these hospitals and tell them, if you're not in South Africa, you have to walk out. So all of these things, and these were people doing the xenophobia who actually traveled to all of our countries, and they were very much welcome. In fact, we did not only support them, our people protested in their countries for them. Our people welcomed them in schools. Some of the universities, they were not paying fees. They were much more welcome. And to date in my country, they still do celebrate the June 16th. So these were people we sympathized with. If they are speaking on Nigerian being this, being that, the same white oppressor are still drawing the lines with them. They didn't take their anger to them. They're still drawing the lines with them. In South Africa, you can still cut the knife between a white and a black person. So they are leaving those people because they know they cannot
Just
fight
say,
them.
just
They
be
are
careful how you
bringing
mention
them
color. Be careful how you mention color.
Okay.
Do you understand?
So they are
Because
coming. So they are coming in for these other people. So the president did not destabilize the situation, and the way they are acting to other nationality, for me, regardless of what the nationalities are doing, there are people who are there to enforce the law. It's not Nigerians' responsibility to do so because they are not trained to do that. So regardless of what they are doing, for me, I don't think what is happening should happen. And these people, they have a bitter way of expressing themselves. They have a bitter way of expressing themselves. And it's so sad. I feel scared to go to that place. Genuinely.
Yeah, it's scary.
I feel really scared to go to that place. Because for the people that they treated weird, I've not seen the justice that these people have received. So I'm not going to go there and endanger myself. I can come to Nigeria, and Nigeria is my best place that I've ever been to for vacation. Just like PF said, that place is his best place. I have always put that place on my bucket list. But after I was told that you go to one corner and they will make like and give me everything, I'm scared. So I just always put that behind. But now knowing so well the way they are reacting, I don't think I want to go because they are taking an anger from somewhere else and they are passing it to the people who actually supported them to fight for peace. So the president did not destabilize those people. They are very bitter. They are bitter people. They are very bitter people. Regardless that Nigeria they do too much shit, those people can be. They are very bitter.
Women are leading the charge this time. It seems
who joined us with the black light? Please put on your light or press X. We're having serious conversations here. If you don't have light, don't join. The other lady that joined us had to put torchlight on. Ah, Dele na you, Mabinu.
I never even know say you don't join me.
I don't join you. No vex.
In my pocket.
Mabinu. I dey gbadun you. That Dele na our brother. You know if you offend us. No matter what happens, even though it's annoying sometimes when these things happen, but you be our brother. So you understand the assignments that we are dealing with here.
Yeah. I've been here for a while now. Started from marriages, youth kid marriages, then going to how children are being trained to culture. Now talking about the attack in South Africa. Watching those videos, they are just extremely very, very annoying.
I hope let me talk for Yoruba.
We've not seen anyone where anybody.
But what on Nora one?
In Nabata.
That's why I don't like South Africa. That's why I don't like going there. Not because there's anything wrong with the country, but because of the way their people think. They can be very.
The way their people think, they think like that because after watching the one that leads them in speech, to me, I feel that I now understand why the people think like that. Because if you cannot destabilize a situation like that, and you are standing in front of them and talking about illegality, what about those attacking people? Is it also legal? To human rights, it's not. And these people are also in different parts of the world. Do they want people to do the same to them? So people have supported you over 20, 30 years. This is the thank you give to them.
Yes, don't mind them now.
Yeah, perhaps it's for political gain. I don't know. Maybe there's a way that thing kind of like helps in the politics, because usually when politicians do that, it's because of politics. So maybe there's some politics behind it. You never know.
What they are saying is that we have developed our own country. Go back to your own country and make demands of your own politicians.
Which is also valid. As annoying as it is, Nigerians go everywhere except home. They run away from their country and go and enjoy countries that other people have fixed. We need to talk about this. It's a problem. It's a
That's true.
problem.
I
We
mean,
go to Canada like Canada
yeah,
was made
yeah.
for us. From there, we go to
Yeah,
US. We
yeah.
go.
I'll
What
say
happened
something.
to us? We have more resources than many of these countries.
Yes, I think, yeah, we should definitely have that conversation. I think when you hurdles that some people who would like to come to Nigeria, I think one of the hurdles they face is NYSC. I personally think NYSC should be abolished. I think it's kind of useless. I think it's not needed. Because then if you want to work in the government, maybe if you're going to be appointed as a minister or something, then you need NYSC, right? And then for people who have not been in a country for such a long time, how do you expect them to get it? So I think that scheme, yeah, it's a problem.
There are many things in Nigeria that are problems.
It's the same problem for most African countries anyways. Most African countries is just the same problem. People don't really go home, but it's not the civilians' responsibility to ask someone to also just leave. If not, you can as well block all the visas. So people don't really come there. But if people also go there, because there's a way why we live in migration. So if I can go somewhere and make it out there, if I'm a business person, I go out there and make it out there, I will also want to establish some things there, and I'm also contributing to the economy. So if you think you feel offended so much that you feel that I'm getting your job, I'm getting this, I'm getting that, the privileges are there for you to also get it. All you need, get the qualifications and try to work harder. We will speak on Nigerians a lot of. One thing I will tell you, Nigerians can really work hard. They can go somewhere and survive.
My problem is, if they can go somewhere and survive, can they not? You see, in as much as we don't like to hear this part of the conversation, one of the biggest problems I believe we have as Nigerians is, I like you, Toro. Anybody that tells us the truth becomes our enemy. When I came up the other day and said that 95% of people abroad today, in America especially, did their papers through marriage, I said it on Honest Bunch. They insulted me for days until this Mayowa story come out.
Yeah, that's a problem.
We need forgetting security. Listen, all of us, if everybody decides Demo match goes and Farah, all of us now. How many Boko Fit stop? The reason why is because nobody if everybody stands up and says, you know what, we are done with these people, they go see us, they go run.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we just need
we can't run away from the fact is we like things being fixed for us. There's no unity.
Someone said they'll shoot us.
They're not see, let me tell you, they're not shoot everybody. Yeah. They will shoot some people, they're not shoot everybody. Imagine someone saying you can start now. That's the mentality. And let me tell you the difference between me and you. I'm comfortable in my country. I'm not going to South Africa. The moment I noticed that South African people act the way they act, I stopped going there. Shoguni. I stopped going there. It's simple. Why do you have to go there? Stay in your country. Come back home. Fix our country.
Yeah. I think
let me tell you something. There's no country I go to that I have to go there. I just go there to enjoy. If I go to the UK, I'm in the UK for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 days, 5 days, and I'm back. So nobody can, if I go to the UK and they tell me, say, like Donald Trump now, last year I was supposed to have an event in America. We're supposed to do Free Nation Convention USA. Donald Trump wake up, he begin to do everything. I was supposed to MC an event that had been advertising. People say that if don't go without work permit to ICE deal. The people say no need work permit. I say, you know what? Koshogun. If I don't go to this America, I will not buy. I will not buy. I offended a lot of people. I had to beg so many people. I did not go to America and nothing happened to me. If everybody has that ideology and mentality, nobody can talk to us anyhow in our country. There's a simple solution for that thing. We come back home and we drive all of them back to their own country. No need. It's systematic. Just put what Trump did to China. Just put 200% tax on anything coming to Nigeria from South Africa, whether it is a service or a business or a product. And stop giving them visa.
Yeah.
Finish. Let's see who will suffer. You see, that kind of thing, no need for quarrel, no need for fight. Nigerians come back home. South Africans, any product you want to bring to Nigeria, MTN, when all the networks are paying 5% tax and MTN is paying 300% tax, when MTN carry their whole 1 year salary earnings, come give government as tax, nobody go tell them before they go fight their government.
Yeah.
It's a simple thing. No need to start shouting or walking on the street. Baba, just one phone call. Stop approving visa for anybody from South Africa unless Tinubu himself signs it. That's when you realize that South Africa sells DSTV to Nigeria. The moment I saw that they were hostile to Nigerians, I stopped going there. If they are hostile to everybody, then I know that okay. But when they start being hostile to other Africans, I stop going there. What must I go there? And as an African, I tell you this all the time. Stop feeling comfortable in other people's countries. It's not your home. It's not your birth home. Stop feeling comfortable. Any day you are in, even whether it's America or whether it is Nigeria or whether it is Togo, anywhere you are in this world, let me just beg you, just have it at the back of your mind that you are still going back to your country. Stop feeling comfortable in other people's country. This is the disrespect that it brings. This is the disrespect that it brings when you are feeling comfortable in other people's countries that they developed without your help.
Yeah. I mean, but to a large extent, right? You can
go to an American country. Let me tell you, go to America. If you go to America, what did Donald Trump say? There is visa of $5 million. That's the visa we should strive to get. Go to America as an investor.
If you are productive to the nation, right, it wouldn't make sense. For example, I mean, I know someone like Tinubu, for example, he might probably want to do something about this whole thing with South Africa. But then when you talk about the impact it will have on the economy, think about shutting down NTN, taking away DSTV.
Somebody has to pay for it. We'll send MTN to another.
I mean,
give them taxes that they cannot afford.
It's not like you are just shutting them entirely. It's like bringing up a deal that will push them to the right thing. It happened with the Instagram thing. There was a time in Nigeria when they shut down
Twitter
or Instagram, and you could imagine that they had to travel. Just know the population that they lost and the money that they lost just that day. So sometimes you push them to do the right thing. So we're not shutting it down entirely. We take jobs from people, which is also a disadvantage to the country. But you are going to do some things that will push them to do better. When we started the conversation, I said, we do have them also everywhere. We have them in our countries too. And they are doing businesses and they will not be comfortable for people to treat them like that. One thing I will say is that anybody that leaves their country and feel that that's home for them, wait till when you're getting old. You will know that place is not home for you. Home is where you were birthed. Home is where they can know you for yourself, your skin, and accept you for who you are. You can never be entirely accepted in this part of the world. That I can tell you for sure. And for me, I'll always say, like, even when I came here to study, and you have friends of mine who say, oh, we are applying for this for our paper, we are applying for this for our paper. And I just came back from home just like last week. I went for the Easter leave. And they will be like, why are you not applying for this, applying for that? I said, I've done so much in my country that I'm just here to study. I still have to go back. And they'll be like, oh, you are the people who are enjoying money. That's why you're running to go back. No. I have started fixing a lot of things back home because that's the only place you can enjoy your resources. You think you're going to just reach easily here.
To a large extent.
You work till you finish. But over there, even a little bit sometime you will enjoy it. However, the system also is not treating our own people right. And this politician, this system is doing it on purpose. The poverty rate in Africa, for me, I would say it's on purpose because these people want people to be vulnerable enough. So when they want them for votes, they'll just tap them with a little things and they'll run up and get the votes.
Which then brings me to this, you know. Like I think that, you know, with the level of illiteracy, right, certain people should not be allowed to vote. I think perhaps maybe Nigeria should pass a law that only allows people with a certain degree to vote. Maybe people with a degree or master's degree have the right to vote. Not just anyone. Because at the end of the day, people who are illiterates, right? People who literally are giving away their food are the people who are selecting the president. Doesn't make sense. Right? So with just one law, you can exclude a very large number of people that should actually be voting, you know?
Yeah, and one way I would say there are so many people who are very angry with the system, even in the comment section you will see. I will tell you, everybody is really valid for some of their angers.
Yeah, but
because everyone system has really shut down, and sometimes you will see someone from a university finding job for like 5, 6, 7 years and come here, even if it's all job, you will actually get something to feed themselves. You won't want that person will not go. Because what they've been through will push them not to go back. So every one of your anger is valid because the place we call home is actually home for some people, but not home for everyone. But what we are trying to say is, if we all don't come collectively, speak out, and make sure that these people, I understand they will stigmatize you, they will do everything, but we have to find a way at some point, because you know what these people are doing now in the US and all, they are trying to push us to go back. They are doing it on purpose to go back. All of these rules, these things they are doing is to tell us to go back. And it's very insulting that they will do all of, you see somebody, these ICE people will go into the car and remove someone just because of your accent or the way you look. So these are things that they are doing and telling you that this place is not for you.
It's not your country.
Regardless of what type of document you have, they are pushing you. So it's hard time that you also try putting one leg back home and preparing, because you never know what will happen from this end.
100%.
So as much as you are angry with home, but when this system becomes angry with you, I swear to God, it's bad at home. It's very bad at home.
Let me quickly hold my brother on something that he said not quite long.
Yeah.
He said something about education and right to vote.
Excluding some voters. Yeah.
Yes. One. Baba came to UK not quite long, and you see that there were some people that were outside that were singing on your mandate. And somebody allegedly said that those people were given, like, I think, £500. I was discussing with one of my friends. I said, I have £500. If you see it, will you go? He said, if I was in London, for instance, I'm staying in London, and I said that all I need to come and do is to come and sing on your mandate for 2 hours, and they will give me £500. That even people that have PhD, professors, even the professors that they will use as a returning officer, or what do they call them, for a state, and they will manipulate that process. a professor will manipulate a process for somebody that does not have SSC. So education, you may not be able to correlate it with a misconduct of election or somebody misbehaving during the election. I'm telling you, because we've seen people that are educated, people that have read papers, they have published papers in international journals, and you see them misbehave even during the election. Bible speak a multitude of years to speak, things they happen. That's just mine. So
that actually kind of makes my point, because if those who are educated are selling votes for cash, then it's the core reason why they shouldn't be in the position to vote. That's if the illiterates to do that the most, right?
No, what you said was that the people that are educated, they should be the one voting. That was what you said.
Yeah, I think the voter pool is too big. It includes people who shouldn't be voting because they can't make. They're not making logical decisions. When you are picking someone who's going to be the most powerful person in the state, right? It's supposed to be something that you apply some intellect to think and ask. Is this person enough? Does this person have a plan? Is this person a thief? Is this person, those kind of things? Then they shouldn't be able to vote.
I think what
that's just
very hard for you. It's very hard for you to determine who can think critically, because sometimes, let me tell you, you can have a genius in school, someone brilliant in school. They sit here, they can learn something easily, but they are not smart. So there's a difference of you being so much intelligent in school and you being smart outside. Smartness is like a gift. There are some people you will see them in school, they will fail. But those people can navigate their way outside. They can think outside the box.
Okay.
So for me, I think that even the
Yeah.
educated people, most of them have lost integrity. And they are actually the one messing the
Okay,
system
how about,
up.
okay, fine. I take it back.
So
Let's
no,
not say educated
I
people.
want to, yeah, I understand. I want to learn with something. Go to
Yeah.
the provinces, go to the villages and see structures in those villages where there are chiefs, there are elderlies. In fact, their own politics is well structured than where the elites are. They follow rules than where the elite are. The elite, those educated people are the ones who have messed the system. They are the ones making bad rules, benefits them, forgetting that when they are not in power, those rules will come back onto them. And some of them, why do they make those rules? Because they have dual citizenship. When they are benefiting, they are there, they make the bad rules. When they lose power, they move, they come to this other part of the world. So one thing first we should stop doing is to allow dual citizenship to make rules for us. Because somebody that can move does not have loyalty to that particular country because they also have passports some other places. So the elites are the one messing up. And when you go to the villages, the rules, they are more organized than the ones in the city. By far.
Yeah. Okay, it's fine. I think the educated, non-educated thing back. I take that back. How about we say the people who should vote should be the people who are actually contributing to society. So perhaps people who are paying tax, people who are actually contributing to society, not people who are liability to society. For example, if you are on some kind of welfare, if you have no job, you're unemployed, if you're not contributing to society, like you're not contributing to the whole then you shouldn't be able to vote. Right?
So I would
reduce that pool. Because the reason why it's so easy to win an election if you are just rich, right? It's because
how many people in the villages that don't pay tax in the city that really comes to the city for food? These people farm, they take care of themselves. They don't really depend on us sometimes. So don't say that they are not contributing, because they are contributing in their own rights. If not, they'll all be populating the city. Some of them are still in the villages, making their farms, doing other activities, and they are feeding themselves from that place. Do you know how many idle people in the city that don't pay tax? So let's just leave the tax things, because even the rich people who are doing businesses that are also supposed to pay tax are avoiding.
If you're
They
making some
are
kind of
avoiding
business, you
this.
should be
We
paying
don't have
tax,
the
right?
system. We don't have the system
If you're
so
doing
much in
business, you should be
Africa to
paying
even
tax.
pick up those taxes. Because people are still doing tax avoidance or all of.
I don't think what we need is to reduce voters. I think what we need is voters' education. Your voice is lower now, my sister. Oh, is it my voice?
Oh yeah, we can't hear you anymore.
Yeah, I don't think what we need is to reduce voters. I think what we need is voters' education. Because even if you enter UK today with a valid visa, you can have the right to vote. You apply for the right to vote. So, if we look at the voting pattern of Nigeria, we see that there are too many people. The register to have the voters card as a means of identification on the day of election. There are few people that goes out. There are few people that go out rather for the actual electoral process. So I think we need more people to come vote. We need more people.
Guys, your voices are low, so you two people are not hearing you.
More people should be
There are people on
educated
YouTube.
about votes.
YouTube people, buy my super chat, super stickers, and super likes.
More people should be educated about votes. But then the question, so if you speak on like let's educate. So if you speak on like let's educate people about votes and all, so people should vote right. Again, we should.
Oh yeah, for Latux. Dele, calm down. Let me for Latux.
Most of the time, do we really have genuine people? Did these votes really count? That's again another thing. The system is doing everything. Did they even count? Do you think that people don't really speak up? My brother, there is a lot of things that are not really transparent in Africa that we should first work on, because people really speak up with these votes, but sometimes these voices are not heard. It's not just a Nigeria thing, it's an African thing. It's an African
All right,
thing.
we've got our brother here.
Hi, Daddy.
Yeah, I mean,
Hi,
just
our fine
exploring
brother.
some
Where they
crazy
accuse
ideas.
us?
Yeah, I'm calling from Los Angeles. I've been on your live like 2-3 times.
I remember your face. Go ahead.
Actually, I'm driving home. I'm on my street now, so. But I just want to share in my own contribution. If you guys can allow me get in, that would be good. But let me just say this. Bros, I don't know your name. That brought it down. Please, there are some conversations that you don't make publicly. You bring down some people's morale because you think there are some people that are supposed to do certain things. My grandma did not go to school. My grandma did not have grade 6 or what did they call grade 5 or what did they call it then. But she taught me, taught my elder sister, taught most of us that are in America today. So knowledge is not about education. There are there are so many people that knows what they're doing. In fact, let me just cut there. I'm in the compound, so someone can continue talking while I pull over and then.
We just spoke about it because I actually said people are in school, there are juniors in school who cannot even navigate their way in the outer world. So it's all about you being very smart. Smartness is not about education. Smartness is just like a gift. There are people who can still have our moms or parents who are market women who did not go to school, but they can do accounting, they can count their money and take care of their businesses. And those businesses don't run out compared to even those that are educated. So for me, I think it's about being smart and all, and everybody has the right to speak up. But do our voices, are they being heard? That's another thing we should look at. The system is blocking people speaking up through their votes.
I mean, my whole idea, right, is not to exclude. It's to exclude, but it's not to diminish someone's worth or value, right? Yes, people have knowledge, right, and people can be knowledgeable without actually having a formal education. I'm right. I'm not saying that having a formal education makes you supreme in any way, right? I'm just saying that, okay, the people who should vote, right, should have a direct stake, should have a direct stake, right? So, because, for example, most of the people who, like the millions and millions of Nigerians, right, who vote in like the rural areas, you know, the people necessarily, like, they vote based on emotion, what they were told, right? So it is obvious, it's very obvious that there are certain batches of votes that are simply controlled by either some kind of either some GO or something like that, right? But that shouldn't be the case, right? The people who vote, you know, should be people who have direct stake, you know. It's like the actual politics. That's like they are investing. I get that it's a very hard thing to do. So that is one crazy idea I just explained. Obviously, yeah, I think it would be quite to implement something like that. But yeah, I think that the people who should vote should have a direct stake. They shouldn't be some abstract entity that's just acting out of emotion.
Let's fix this.
Right? Because that's how we got Buhari, for example.
Not the
right? It's all about emotion. It's all about emotion, right?
Can I come in, bro? Thus, everybody, including has emotion. Every one of us. And we are all going to use our emotion in taking decisions in most of the cases.
But that doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it logical.
I'm going to use this example. You take it on every decision you make in your life, you use emotion. I do forex.
What do you trade in forex?
To your emotion.
What do you trade?
Good.
I also trade gold.
I'm get up now because it's already 3. Daddy fish. It swear.
Are you a gold trader too? See, as I dey follow you talk, make I show you. I dey inside.
I know it's 3 o'clock. Yeah.
I dey inside. Make I show you. I dey inside gold trade as I dey follow you talk like this.
Okay.
So
drop. So it's gonna drop.
I'm 3 positions. I'm holding 3 positions to drop. This is one of my accounts. This is my second account. Hey, make I not just show you the full account. Make I cover. Make I not know as they take sign into my account. Make I show you this particular account that I did very proud of. So this is my second account.
That thing can wreck someone.
If you are but you see, you just have to. That's why I did follow Happy Forex signals. Happy Forex is very good with his signals. What I want to show you, let me show you my history. That's history. This is how much I made today. $2, $1, $3, $190, $110, $42. I'm not. So today I made $360 profit.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah. Now this is my account. I started it with, I don't know if you can see, that's $6,300. So I've doubled the account. I'm going to it in less than 2 months, this particular account. The other account, not so good, but I'm still in it. So I say you're a forex trader.
You should also show and teach people how to do this.
No, that's Happy Forex job.
No, you can't do that.
You know, it's
But they don't teach people.
Not that they don't teach people. That's why I'm talking about emotion. See, trading it has to do with your personality, what you believe, what you want to achieve, how your life is structured. There are certain type of people that want to get, something that you're supposed to get in 3 months, 6 months, they want to get it within 2 days. If you go to trading like that, you are gone. So
those type of people, they will trade with their emotion.
Someone said,
Look,
DF,
no,
please, I want to learn. Just let Happy Forex teach you. But just first know that you will lose money. Be rest assured. My first month, I nearly quit. Now $3,000 I carry enter the market. At the end of the month,
I've been on it for 4 years.
At the end of the month, I had like 2 left. I look my life like this.
My first 3 years, I lost over 400.
400,000.
When I wanted to learn, yes. When I wanted to learn, I came over to Jeffrey. I came back to Nigeria to meet Jeffrey. So, and then I was able to continue online, but I was so aggressive. That's why I'm saying
you can't be aggressive.
I was so aggressive that I lost my purse. Don't let me. We are on live, so don't let me say something.
Bro.
So, bros.
sorry, just 2 minutes. Let me tell you. Sometimes I have 2 phones that are dedicated. It's just I use this one for my simulator too. This is my trifold. As in, I just did 24 hours. I dey look the chart.
That's how I noticed. It's like this thing, you are buried in it.
I just look inside, but I also do other things. I still edit, but I just look at the chart, because sometimes just by studying the chart, you can tell where the chart is going.
Yeah.
Then never enter with your. Always choose small lot. You enter, it goes back. You enter again. Careful, because sometimes you enter again, you lose more money. You adjust your stop loss. You look at it carefully. Sometimes you pull it back a little when you know that this thing is supposed to turn back. Then when it turns back, you move it back forward again. Baba, so many.
We are confused, though. We are confused.
See, you have to dedicate some time to, just like anything in the world, you have to dedicate some time to learning it. And then you see people making money from Forex. It's not easy. See, one day, how did it start? We're eating crocodile in Habi's house. I just say, Habi, this Forex safe. I don't try them before. Now I say, okay, make I show you. More. First set of trades like this, I just lose all my money. I came back again.
That if you are good, just stay with a mentor. If you can stay with a mentor for 1 year, 2 years, it's good. Once you leave the mentor, you will understand what I'm saying.
No. Me, I know they leave mentor. As a day like this, I could just send Habi DM, say, bro, are we still in this trade? He said, yes, calm down.
But the free said he's not going to mentor. Who go mentor?
I can't mentor, but you can send Habi Forex a DM. I think it's $100 a month for the VIP channel. They will give you signals. They will put you. You have to first of all do some school. First, you have to learn 1 or 2 things. They have to put you through 1 or 2 things, and then they will be teaching you on the signals. And my wife now give me the highest mind. My wife say, any money you put inside, I just believe you are going to lose it.
Well, I just wanted to say that because I'm going to tell my husband that I'm going to trade money. Will be like something wrong with you.
Let me tell you today, and sometimes fear is also an emotion. I was riding that $300 I made. I was riding on, it was a sell, but I entered a buy. I don't look and say, I'm going in for a buy. Or more, the buy paid me off because I entered at the bottom of the sell. So as I got to the top of the buy, I sold. Instead of me to enter back a sell again, I can't fear, say I don't make money, no need. I will have doubled the money.
No. That fish, don't do that. Even if you ask Abby is my
they will tell you not to see. Because boy, see, Abby, let me tell you.
Get that 1 hand, just leave it.
Once you don't get that money, don't leave it, Abby.
Just leave it.
Don't go arrest. How do you guys catch the money? The money goes to your account.
Yes, now.
Now you.
I can remove the $400, the $300 I made today. I can remove it and you see it in my Zenith account. Now.
See, guys.
But it's not always like that. So sometimes we lose. Oh.
Good side. It's not sometimes. In most cases, Abby lost the account they gave him, more than 5 million. He lost the account before he got to Canada. I'm saying this on live. Let him challenge me because I have him on Telegram. I followed it. I followed Jeffrey. So what I'm saying is, if you are not bold, if you are not strong enough, don't come. You kill yourself. Sorry, I'm using this. I'm sorry. You will go away. So Daddy Freeze, you are strong because you have so many other things. So,
but bro,
you said,
yeah, bro, you then agree with me that
So for everybody that is asking for Forex, just send a DM on Instagram to Happy Forex. Say you heard about him here. Let him see what he can put you through on. Like I said, people go there, it's a job. You will go there, you will learn, you will study the chart. One day.
It's not that a job or that freeze. It's not a job because
it's
a lifetime.
As in, one day I was dozing off. I was
take it as a lifetime pension.
I was dozing off.
Going to gain today, tomorrow, next year. It might take you before you become professional. It might take you 5-7 years. But the moment you are a professional, forget it. You stay at every corner in the world and make your money. With $50.
Someone say person will lose 5 million. Today Happy made $300,000. Today. Today. Today, as I'm, you see, when they say they lose and they make money. But at the end of, see, let me explain something to you here. One day, I was watching TV. I did a Happy VIP signal group. He just said, successful people are studying the charts now. The rest are sleeping. Baba, I don't leave the television where they work. Begin to study the charts. Baba, I don't leave everything what they do. Say, as in, see, I have a phone dedicated only to gold. This is gold. It's there somewhere.
No, it's not gamble. It's not gamble.
It's not gamble, oh. But I don't like talking about it.
I said a bit like.
No, capital no.
If you know how to study the signals, the news, the patterns, is not a gamble. Once in a while, a working pattern can go against you.
What are you selling?
You are buying and selling gold.
The money you guys are spending.
Someone said, can I start with $100? I would advise to start with like 500. Because if you start with $100, that means if you do 0.01, your account will finish. If it goes against you like this, your $100 don't go. And there's no stop.
Me now, you are saying you want to advise me to start with 500.
I started with 3K and I nearly lost it all. Then I now went again with another 3K.
Daddy Freeze, they should go for training. They should not start anything.
Don't start anything. Go and train. Finish.
Oh, don't worry. I will start and I'll be calling in BF. My money is good.
Me, don't call me. I don't know you.
When I will just take the pot, like in a day.
Somebody says selling invisibility. He's not selling invisibility. Me, as I woke up this morning, I entered one trade. Everything went against me. But luckily, it didn't hit SL. So it turned around and favored me as I planned them. But if I could have lost the money, if I didn't have a good stop loss.
It's like
what happened is
once you train it, you have to be very religious, which means you have to be going into prayer, you have to be fasting.
Yeah, when you start with demo account. First of all, I did not start with demo account because I had a mentor. Sure you get. I started.
Yeah, so you guys don't copy that.
I have a mentor. I have Happy Forex. Happy Forex will tell you do it like this, do it like this, do it like this, do it like this.
There are few people that can go with more than $1,000. So if you can go more than $1,000 on in account with your broker, then you stand the chance of, even if you use 0.01 lot size, you can make up to at least $100.
Sounds pretty much like gambling to me.
It's not gambling.
You won't understand it.
He said it's not a
technical.
Yeah.
It's technical. It's just like you saying that if you don't have a certification or if you are not a graduate, if you don't have education, you should not vote.
Yeah, I was gonna come to that. I was asking you, yeah. So you agree with me that Forex trading is not for everyone, right?
Of course, it's not for everyone.
So, would you then agree with me that perhaps, maybe, politics is also not for everyone? Maybe everyone
Of
should not
course.
decide. Like, it's like, not everyone should decide who becomes the president. Not everyone decides who becomes a judge, for example. Not everyone decides who becomes, certain positions here. But everyone gets to decide who becomes the president. I think it's like a loophole.
And that's why, that's where democracy comes from. So the word democracy is just like, if you can convince some people, if you have majority on your side, then you will lead.
Yeah,
Now,
democracy.
now
Africa's biggest problem, see?
the criteria to now vote, like, how do I say it? In every part of the world, some of those things that are legitimate, that you cannot, it's your right. Why I had to rush in was because there are some things you don't know that an illiterate will put you through. So it is not education. I'm a Yoruba guy.
Okay. I want that education part back.
Yeah, thank you. So that's just the major reason why I came in. But my suggestion to Nigeria's problem is if you can have people coming together, maybe street by street, area by area. We have the form of, I don't want to mention name because I'm here at 247. I'm on that office 247. So, and I know that the office is managing this board because of his youthful exuberance. So,
which boy is that?
I just know who I'm talking about, DJ. So it's waste of life. If we know this guy is a very good guy, but it's just that he just needs some, he needs some he needs some people to guide it. That's it. If we have people like that and we have sections, the things he's doing, if Daddy Freeze can do that in his community, if you can do that in your community, if this my sister can do that, if I can do that in my community, do you think we're still going to be talking about the politicians the way we're doing it now? We are going to control more ground. The politicians are going to go back to re-strategize. This is the only reason why I came to that face life. If we can use this avenue and everybody, everybody just want to be on their own because these people knows that you guys are not united. You share love from blogs, from internet, but you are not united. If anything happens to Daddy Freeze today, except those people that he knows, or let me say, if anything happens to you, or my sister, or myself, nobody's going to respond. Nobody is going to respond, regardless of the way everybody listening to Daddy Freeze or listening to Daily Sings, and we love, what we hear from them. But nobody is still going. Everybody will kind of be protective. They want to protect their territory, and that is what is making Nigeria to be the result we're having now. I don't know if I'm making sense. But I just feel that we should be a contributor to our community.
Yeah, and the more not enough. I feel like what we do need is some kind of what do you call it? I don't want to use the word dictatorship, but I feel like during the time when Buhari was about to come into power, right? There was this push. And I think the reason why everyone wanted him was people thought that he was going to actually be that strong man, that kind of messianic figure that's just going to kind of like save us in a sense. I do think that we kind of need that. We kind of need someone who can truly overhaul the system, really crush it, bring it down, right? But not in the way that Nigerians imagine, right? Not in the way that Nigerians imagine.
Guys, my battery wants to finish.
Some kind of.
Okay.
Come again?
My battery wants to finish.
That if you said battery, let me just say this. Bros, mentality. We don't want to do it